Hey, hey, happy day. Just the other day, they had what was called the World Toilet Day. Have you got all of that? That was a day created to help bring awareness to the fact that not everybody in the whole wide world has access to a toilet. The United Nations, of course, they've got to be part of this. They support the initiative of the World Toilet Organization. I wonder how much money Canada and America and all these other countries give this organization, the World Toilet Organization. 673 million people, though, they don't have a bathroom. They don't have access to a toilet. Well, no wonder. It's Trudeau's fault, the Prime Minister of Canada, because nobody knows where to go anymore anyway. I mean, this one says genders and mixed up, blah, blah. It's kind of all over the place. But you know what? While I blame the Liberals, because it is their fault, I mean, a National Toilet Day, give me a break. But I'm a little bit annoyed at God, too, you know. I mean, he should be an environmentalist. Why do people have to go to the bathroom? It's time-consuming, takes a lot of time, and takes a lot of different places to find. Oh, the environment. Let's talk about climate change and toilets. Good bloody grief. Isn't there something else that we could talk about besides that stuff? Oh boy. But again, I think it's got to be Trudeau's fault. We'll blame him more than anybody else in Canada. We have a man. He's 43 years old, and there was a 12-year-old boy. He molested the boy. He took 129 photos, made 8 videos of sexual abuse. It makes my skin crawl just talking about this stuff. The videos must be experienced. This is a judge talking to fully understand the full measure of this crushing experience that the boy had. They're breathless in their brutality. And this man, he had a low risk of reoffending, because of course he had done this before and been caught, right? And now they found that he has reoffended repeatedly. Welcome to the new world. I mean, really? Welcome to the old world, because this is a fact. They always reoffend. I mean, the kid gets a life sentence, and the man, he gets a year or 2 in jail. This guy actually was sentenced to 7 years. He'll be all wandering around on parole in 2 or 3, and he will reoffend again and again. That's what they do. I mean, and when you look around, there's a couple of consequences here. One, you have that life sentencing, and as does everybody who's related to the boy or anybody who has a conscience, right? So you need to put him down, the bad guy. Kill him, hang him, he can't be fixed. Goodbye, bad guy. If the mad dog was in a cage and foaming at the mouth, what do? Leave him in the cage the rest of his life? I don't think that's nice. That's bad. You kill it. You shoot it. That's what you should do with this person. Most homeless people today, people with mental health, they've been abused. They've been abused by people like him. And that's what happens. Get rid of him, the bad guy, and the whole world cleans up. I mean, the streets become better. A generation from now, everything changes. But instead, the Liberals have said, no. Let's just get nicer couches and everything for the victims so we can look after them better, and we'll have better doctors and more psychologists, etc. But we'll turn the bad guy loose and pat him on the head and say, please don't do it again. They always reoffend. You want to clean up the world? Get some hard measures in there. Put these guys down. If there's one thing that really, really vexes a liberal, it's white people. Liberals don't like white people, and most liberals, of course, that don't like white people happen to be white. They just don't like them. Us, me, you too, maybe, kind of, sort of, Hallmark. Apparently, there's a lot of white people on that show, okay? and apparently as well, it's a network for white nationalism. The left is just sick. I mean, the Washington Post recently said this about the Hallmark Channel. It's owned by the greeting card giant. It's they're bad. 70 million Americans watch Hallmark Channel, and they're all Caucasians, and blah, blah, blah. Goes on and on to say that white people don't like anybody else. They didn't mention anything about the black network. They have their own network. I mean, and Hallmark isn't a white network. I mean, they have people of different colors on there, but there's a lot of white people, I guess. Is that a problem? What's wrong with being white? Like, get over the color. 70 million Americans watch the show. The channel has double-digit rating growth every year, and 16% this last year. Leave them alone. Get over yourself. Capitalism. Society owes a great debt of gratitude to the capitalist system. Does it have problems? I guess. But the problems that a lot of people point out or think that are problems associated with capitalism are not associated with capitalism. Like years ago, somebody said, Wall Street, all those capitalists, blah, blah. I said, they're not capitalists, they're thieves. There's a difference, there's a big difference. I mean, who pays for the welfare programs and everything else like that? Capitalists do. I mean, but is it abused? Is the system abused? Of course it is. Who abuses it? Thieves, bad guys. There's all kinds of liberals that walk around with little cards that say they belong to a conservative party. And you know what? They're They're so crooked that when a lot of them die, they have to put them in a grain auger across their legs and screw them into the ground. I mean, that's how bad it is. Capitalism is a great system. Those other systems, ask Venezuela and other countries, they're not so good. Y'all come back here tomorrow. See ya.